Welcome to The Explainer. We're stepping away from the usual data today. Instead, we're embarking on something different, something deeply cinematic. We're taking an introspective journey into the raw, untamed power that already lives right now inside you. Prepare to shift your perspective entirely.
Think about the cheetah on the open savanna. It doesn't apologize for its speed. It was built to be first. It never asks for permission to accelerate. It simply executes its nature. That explosive, unapologetic power, that raw, innate ambition, that is our baseline for today's mindset transformation. We're done shedding apologies. It's time to tap into our own momentum.
Because this isn't just an explainer, this is a mirror. We're diving deep into the Mindset Trilogy. It's a framework drawn directly from three formidable spirits of nature: the panther, the eagle, and the wolf. That's three animals, three distinct lessons, but one singular purpose: to completely transform how you operate in your daily life. Let's dive in.
But we have to ground ourselves before we can sprint or soar. Notice the heavy, deliberate energy of our first phase, the panther. The panther represents the spirit that endures the storm. You know, it's that critical, often unglamorous stage of life where we're just forced to weather the elements.
The reality of the stage is brutal, but it's absolutely necessary. Character isn't built in comfort. It's forged in the storm. The ultimate goal here is to become indomitable, impossible to subdue. Listen, we're all going to fall, we're going to break, and we're going to fail. But it's precisely through the rising, the healing, and the overcoming of those exact failures that our true strength is actually built.
I want you to pause for a second. What current storm in your life is building your character right now? It's incredibly easy to feel like a victim to our circumstances. But when you reframe the storm as a forge, everything changes. Our source makes a really profound point here, too. Enduring starts from within. When you actively start taking care of yourself, you feel better, you look better, you attract better. It literally becomes the foundation of your endurance.
So, the absolutely crucial point is what happens next. You don't just endure the fire so you can say you survived. No. You take that hardened resilience and you use it as an engine to drive forward. The final test, as the text lays out, is to lead when all is lost. Your true strength is your ability to inspire others while the ashes are still settling.
Try to visualize that. What does your path look like when you actively lead with resilience? Really picture your life powered by this newly forged engine. You aren't just reacting to life anymore. You're pulling others forward with the sheer gravity of what you've overcome.
Let's move to our next spirit and see exactly how this builds. We're going to shift the energy now. It feels expansive, quiet, elevated. Meet the eagle, the spirit that rises above.
Notice the stark contrast here to the panther. While the panther takes the absolute brunt of the storm, the eagle utilizes a brilliant strategy of elevation. It doesn't fight the storm, it rises above it. It's the profound realization that not every single battle is meant to be fought on the ground. Sometimes, you just need altitude.
What storm in your life can you choose to rise above rather than fight? The source introduces this fascinating concept called Sunday silence. It's the practice of deliberately finding quiet so you can finally hear what the daily noise has been drowning out. And here's a wild fact for you. Eagles can actually spot a rabbit from over 3 miles away. 3 miles! And it's all because of their absolute stillness in the air. You need that exact same quiet focus to elevate your perspective. Listen, reset, rise. Stop swinging at every single distraction.
And once you reach that altitude, you've got to adopt the eagle's supreme focus. One target, one vision, one life. The eagle doesn't just celebrate surviving the week, it's already preparing for the next incredible height. It soars alone, not because it's lonely, but because it operates at a frequency very few can ever reach. I am speaking directly to you right now. What is your one target right now? Seriously, write it down. In a world completely obsessed with multitasking and scattered attention, the most dangerous individual is the one with singular, unbroken focus. And as you elevate, make sure you cherish those rare, few individuals who truly fly at your level.
So, we've endured the storm. We found our ultimate vision. Now, the pacing increases. We inject some real urgency. Enter the wolf, the spirit that leads through the dark. This phase is all about relentless action, deep hunger, and true, undeniable leadership.
Here is a brutal, undeniable truth. True leadership, it isn't about standing at the front of a parade. It's about stepping out into the freezing unknown, leading through the dark, completely alone if you have to. As our source reminds us, the absolute coldest nights produce the strongest wolves.
Look closely at your own life. In what area are you being called to lead right now, even if you must go completely alone? Where do you need to step up? Because the wolf doesn't look over its shoulder to check if the pack is following before it moves. It just moves, and the pack follows.
You have to embrace the hunger. The wolf isn't governed by a clock, you know. It's governed entirely by its drive. Did you know a wolf can travel up to 30 miles in a single day, just looking for an opportunity? 30 miles! This is where we inject that raw, relentless energy. The source says the wolf doesn't complain about Wednesday because Wednesday is already halfway to the hunt. We have to stop counting the days of the week and start counting real, measurable progress.
Let's be brutally honest with ourselves. How hungry are you really for your goals? What would change tomorrow if you were genuinely hungrier? The text leaves us with this incredibly powerful image. The wolf that stands alone on Saturday is building what the pack will follow on Monday. It's your silent grinding, when absolutely no one is watching, that builds the empire. Let's pull back for a moment and synthesize all of this. Notice how beautifully these three distinct phases flow together. From the panther, we learn to endure the storm and forge our raw character. From the eagle, we gain the supreme, high-level vision to rise above the static and pinpoint our true target. And finally, from the wolf, we take that vision and apply relentless, hungry action in the dark.
Endure, rise, lead. This is the climax of the Mindset Trilogy. It's the profound realization that you don't just have to choose one phase. As the source material so powerfully puts it, you are the pack. Every single morning you open your eyes is a brand new opportunity to embody all three of these formidable spirits.
So as we close out this explainer, I want to leave you with a question, one that should linger long after you step away. I want you to look at your current challenges, look at your deepest ambitions, and ask yourself, which spirit do you need to unleash today?